Maverick sent me a message this morning about this. And I posted a picture of Mindy's showing the horse in the sky. No coincidence, it was pink, red, whatever, right? And peace, love, and light, everybody. First and foremost, peace, love, and light. Hope everyone's doing well. And of course, I'm going to cover this. Come on now. Um, if you don't think there's not riders on that, you can think again. And I want to show the. This is from. Where the heck is this from? This one's from Yahoo News. Don't punish the horse. Well, I don't know who would punish the horses. You'd be out of your mind. I want to. Yes, everything's a sign. It really is. The household cavalry, as to how this occurred, and about the necessity risk placed to mitigate against any harm in the animals. Indeed, the moments. I just want to look up. Because Big Ben stopped, and I had gotten a message about Big Ben a while ago. I did. Hi, everybody, and I just wanted to, because I was like, don't think for 1 second there's not riders on this horse. Just because you can't see them does not mean they're not there. All right, so I'm gonna go back here for a second, because I want to, everyone covered this. I actually wanted to show the video. Let me go to that. Because I just, the way, I don't know, just, it's very haunting, really.
Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment in London exercises some 150
This is on YouTube.
and on the roads. This keeps them fit and helps inoculate them.
Can we get on
this
that?
morning in Belgravia, where building materials were dropped from height right next to them. The ensuing shock caused all horses to bolt and unseated some riders. Our immediate priority was the safety and well-being of our soldiers, members of the public, and our horses. We would like to express heartfelt gratitude for the swift responses of the Met Police, City of London Police, the Royal Mews, of the public.
I was hoping they would show the footage.
As ever, we're grateful for due consideration given by the members of the public.
Can I go back for a second? Does
Three
it
of our
say?
soldiers have incurred injuries that are not deemed to be life-threatening, and they're receiving treatment in hospital, while our horses have all returned to Hyde Park Barracks and are undergoing veterinary care. Thankfully, considering the frequency of exercise and numbers of horses involved, this type of incident is extremely rare. We continue to strive
Because it's a
to minimize
freaking
the risk
sign.
of recurring.
I wanted to know why the white horse was bleeding. Okay, anyway.
Consideration given by the members of the public,
Hold on a second.
not making loud noises around our horses.
Let's see if they play it really.
Panic and chaos on the streets of London.
Panic and chaos. I love a good London accent. I just want to see the horses. All right, let me. Sorry. I don't want the dude's voice. That poor horse. Holy sugar plum fairies. Yeah, those are riders, man. Again, just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not on there. The white and the black horse, I mean, like, come on now. I think that's profound. And Jody, you were like, yeah, I know. What were the times again? They always use those times. Big Ben stopped. I was trying to find that. I don't know where you found that, but, the BBC. Let's go to the BBC. Sorry, I'm trying to do the best I can here. Recovered Limehouse. That stuck out to me like limestone because that holds a lot of paranormal activity. Telling you there's riders on these horses. I know it doesn't look it, but the Army said they were undergoing veterinary care. So where did you hear about, where did you, if you don't mind me asking, where did you hear about that? Because I'm trying to find that too. In the King's birthday parade, which takes place in June, must pass a major general's inspection in advance. The Army spokesperson said that the group included 6 soldiers and 7 horses. 4 soldiers were thrown, there you go, from their saddles, and 5 horses ran loose in London. The ensuing shock caused all horses to bolt and unseated some riders, as I said, Oh, all right, well, I'd like to know where that is, though. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it said that all three incidences, I can't zoom out anymore, took place within 10 minutes between 8:25 and 8:35. All the horses, all the king's horses, and all the king's men. I'm just trying to find Big Ben. That is quite the scene. That does, that's the sign. I don't know. I'd like to find. Okay, so here we go. Here's a map. There's a bridge. No coincidences with that. Rider's Throne. I mean, I believe you. I just want to find where it says that. That's all I'm not saying. I don't believe where you got it from or anything like that. Because I don't know if you remember, I was getting, I actually even played the song about all the king's horses. It was from The Firm. That was actually a message that came out a while ago. All the king's horses and all the king's men. The horses, really poor horses, man. The fire brigade, the incident. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can find Big Ben. This is what I'm looking at, sorry. So the four horsemen. And remember, just because you don't see a rider doesn't mean they're, and I know riders were thrown, but like, I just see differently, that's all. I want to see about Big Ben here. Let me see. And Big Ben, horses, loose, Big Ben. Let's see. Really? All right, conspiracy theorists. Here we go. Because, we're all conspiracy theorists. Theorists predict dark omens after the bloody hill. Well, yeah, kind of. Well, it's an omen. That's for dang sure. That's an omen. Okay. The mirror. We'll look at mirror, mirror on the wall. Bizarre London theory, blood-covered horses, and Big Ben clocks stopping are omens of end times. Superstitious, because that's what we're all about here. It's superstitious, supernatural. Theory has spread on social media. People wildly claim the blood-soaked horse that ran wild yesterday. Big Ben's clock stopping. Well, it is creepy. On 4/24/24. No coincidences. None whatsoever. I don't look at it as like a dark omen. I don't know. I don't see things like that. I mean, I know that stuff's real, but like I don't see things like that. Signs, baby. Big Ben unexpectedly stopped. Okay, adding to the alarm. London's historical monument, Big Ben unexpectedly stopped. The full refurbished clock went completely silent after 9 a.m. with its hands frozen in place. Ding. The sight of the stationary clock accompanied a pair of runaway domestic animals were perceived by some as a sign of imminent catastrophe. Like, well, that, I don't know, maybe, but I just think it is a sign, a dark period of the cap. Maybe it is, I don't know, a dark sign, but it's clearly a sign. United Kingdom come, thy will be done. I'm just literally hearing that. United Kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Wow, that was weird. That was cool. All we need now is the Ravens. The Ravens to leave the Tower of London, and we got a full set of potential. Whoa, one joke. Okay, so the Ravens. I gotta talk. Okay, so the Ravens. Okay, so you know how the seagulls are always around the sea, the picking at the stuff in the sea, right? All the sea life. The ravens are picking at a different kind of life. You know what I'm saying? I got that the other day. I was like, that makes a lot of sense to me. Why they're just so intense. The ravens have just been like nonstop warnings, vocal, paying attention to the ravens mean many different things, many different omens, gossip. How many are gossiping? Also, signs of things that we can't see. And then that picture that came out in China, that's when it, before that picture, I was getting that, like, well, the seagulls, man, they make a lot of noise, and they always flock around when there's, sea life available to them. The ravens, I think, do the same thing on a different level. Plus, they're Odin's messengers and such. So, I don't know. And then here we have the Big Ben and ravens. It is a sign. It's a huge sign. That's okay. I took a screenshot. It looks like. Oh, okay. And look at there's no look at that. No coincidences. No coincidences. Look at that. My heart went out to these horses though. I love horses, and oh god, it hurt me to know that they were hurt. But that is a sign all day long, like unless you get your head under a rock, man. I don't know. 2 horses which bolted serious condition after 6-mile rampage. Okay, so there's the numbers. Well, folks were quick to see the humor. I don't think it's humorous at all, actually. Others were spooked by what was interpreted as an omen, being less eager to joke about what they believed to be the start of end times. One wrote, a black horse and a white horse covered in blood running through central London. That's not a funny occurrence. That is an omen. And it is. Black horse and the white horse covered in blood. Blah. Because we already have, it's, what is it? War, famine. What are the other 2? War, famine. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Yeah, right? Let me see something here. I know, that's terrible. I should know that. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I do know this. I just can't pull it up in my brain. So let's all do it together. Let's all hold hands and skip. Okay. Book of Revelations. Ding, ding, ding. Ezekiel came up again. Hi, Ezekiel's been, as you know, many of you know, Ezekiel's been very profound messages here. Okay, so death, famine, war, and conquest. The Lamb at the top. The 4 horsemen. All right, let's take a look it up in Revelations. Let's look it up. Four horsemen of the apocalypse who appear in the book of Revelation, revealed by the unsealing of the first 4 of the 7 seals. Oh, I was just talking about the seals earlier. Oh, I love how that happens. Each of the horsemen represent a different facet. Yep, apocalypse, conquest, war, famine, and death. And we have these pictures. Okay, so the rider, and I was, oh my god, and I was just listening. It's not funny, but the synchronicities. I was just listening to Midnight Rider by the Allman Brothers. I don't know. It just my weird humor. The white horse, military conquest. The white horse is a symbol of conquest. The rider of the red horse is violent and bloodshed, and the rider of the black horse is famine, and the rider of the pale horse is death. Fun. All right, we'll look at Bible Gateway here. Okay. 6. Ding, ding. Then I saw the Lamb opened up the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures say with a voice like thunder, "Come, look," and behold, there was a white horse. The one riding on it had a bow and a crown, and was eager to give. The crown was given to him. He went out as a conqueror, so he might conquer. And when the Lamb opened the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd living creature say, "Come," and then another horse came out, fiery red. The one riding on it was permitted to take peace from earth so that the people would slaughter. Well, that's just lovely. And he was given a great sword. Who makes up this stuff? Like, whoever thought this was a good idea? I just can't even go there. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come," and behold, I saw a black horse. The one riding on it held this balanced scale, and we just had that Libra freaking moon on the eclipse. No kidding. No, actually, was it a new moon after the eclipse? It was a Libra. It was a Libra moon in there somewhere. Whether it was a new moon, no, it was a full moon, right? How the heck was it? There was a Libra moon in there somewhere, though. But the moon was really not in Aries, by the way. It was in Pisces, realistically. So that was the twins. Yeah, and it showed up in like the star map or something like that. Like, so people were like, they were saying it was an Aries moon, but it wasn't. It was really a Pisces moon, because we have, and we had tilted. You know, and I know many of you know that we've tilted. And I saw the black horse, and the one riding it held this balanced scale in his hand. And then I heard something like a voice in the midst of the four, and of course, London fog, totally getting that right out of the gate. The four living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius. But do no harm to the oil and wine." When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the fourth living creature say, "Come," and behold, I saw a horse, pale greenish gray. The name of the one riding on it was Death, and the shoal, which is in the ocean, was following with him. Authority was given to them over the fourth of the earth, to kill by the sword, by famine, and by plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. Well, this sounds like a fun time. When the Lamb opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those slaughtered for the sake of the word of God and for the witnesses they had. And they cried out with a loud voice, saying, "O sovereign master, holy and true, how long before you judge those who dwell on the earth and avenge our blood?" Then what? Then a white robe was given to each of them, and they were told to rest a little while longer until the number of their fellow servants were complete, their brothers and sisters who were to be killed as they had been. What? I saw when the Lamb opened the sixth seal, and there was a great earthquake. Well, that's coming. We know that. And the sun became as black. Okay, here we go. As black as a sackcloth. And I've been guided like to the black sun, the black hole sun, which is all reptilian, and learning about the different suns, if you will, and the 3 have to do with the Emerald Order, and it has to do with the 48 strands of DNA being activated as well. I don't know, I'm still like putting pieces together to understand. Like, sometimes it just feels so big that I'm like, what are you telling me? Like, I'm hearing you and I do understand, but I don't understand at the same time. And like, what? So I don't know if anyone can understand that, but okay. So when I saw the Lamb open the sixth seal, it was a great earthquake and the sun became, yeah. To me, that says that's a volcano, okay? And the goat's hair and the full moon became like blood. We did have a blood moon, but this might be more. The stars of heaven fell to earth like a fig tree drops unripe figs when shaken by the great wind. The heaven ripped apart like a scroll, the sky separate. Remember that came out? Do you remember I did a video on that not that long ago? That came through on Spirit Box, a rip in the sky, and I've been getting that about the rips and tears. And every mountain and island was moved. And I just said that, we're going to be moved. I literally just said that earlier in a video. Then the kings of the earth and the great men, and I'm hearing my mother say, "Do not fear what they fear." Then the kings of the earth and the great men and the military commanders and the rich and the mighty and everyone, slave and free, hid themselves in their caves. We all know what that means. And amongst the rocks of the mountains. We all know that, right? And they tell the mountains and the rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of the one." That's so funny. Like, it isn't funny, but like, do you really think you can hide from God? Like, for real. Like, I can't even grasp that. their concept of their thinking. Fall on us and hide us from the face of the one seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of the wrath has come, and who is able to stand? And then it goes into footnotes. All right. What else I want to look up? Harvest. That's sticking out to me. Harvest. At the beginning of the end, the four horsemen of the apocalypse bring temporary peace, rebuild the temple of Jerusalem, survive an assassination attempt. The white horse symbolizes the coming of the Antichrist masquerading as the Messiah. However, 3.5 years into the tribulation, the Antichrist will show you his true colors. And I really believe that we're in the, I don't know, some think that we're not even close to it, which I don't understand that, but hey, you know, I feel that's coming about. The red horse takes peace from the earth and carries the great sword, symbolizing a massive outbreak of war. Very possible a nuclear, oh God. 1/3 of all trees, green grass, like they're destroying themselves. Like they're destroying it. It's insanity. As I'm reading this, it's like insanity. It's insanity. Like, why does it have to be at this level? Like, I'm sorry. I really have a hard time with the evils in this world. And there will be one great mountain burning with fire. That sounds like a volcano. 1/3 of the sea will become blood, and the rebuilt city of Babylon will be destroyed in 1 hour. That's America. Kings will stand at a great distance for fear of torment. As these descriptions of nuclear holocaust, remember John in describing 21st century phenomena in the 1st century terms. The black horse and the pale horse, which just ran down the dang street in London, symbolize famine and plagues. And what did the white horse have running on them? Plasma. Okay, picking up what I'm putting down? Because you got to speak like, ABCs on these platforms, because you're not allowed to, unless you're a big news channel, you can't talk about this crap. They can show it. They can talk about it, but we little people can't. These certainly fit with the scenario of a scientist that give us the results. Okay, nucleus, I'm seeing, excuse me as well. Proclaiming the gospel through the tribulation will be destructive in dark time. The light of God will shine through the world, and many people will believe in Christ after the rapture of the church, but they will have to avoid taking the mark of the beast, which means many will die for their faith. Do you know how many times we've done this? For real. Do you know how many times we've done this? So many times. Many of us have literally died for our loyalty and love for the Messiah. It's like re-looping again. We've done this before, and we have. I'm here to tell you, we've done this before. This also fulfills the statement of Jesus, the gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come. Matthew 24:14. Okay. Jewish revival. Then we got the true prophets. During the Great Tribulation, God will bring about tremendous revival among the Jewish people, representing the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the 144,000. Jews will be under divine protection with the mandate to proclaim the gospel throughout the world. Revelation 7:4-8. In the true prophets in the last days, God will rise up true prophets who will have ministry of miracles, including calling down. Wow, that's pretty dang cool. Calling down fire from heaven. Now talk to me. That's the stuff I want to hear. We already lived the nightmare. Like, I want to see the good stuff. Like, talk to me, Goose. Calling down from the heaven of those who attempt to hurt them. They will also have power over the waters. No shit. I can't. This is blowing my mind. I kid you not. The visions I had, that wow. Man, I don't know who I do know who I am, but the visions I had and this, wow. They will also have the power over the waters, turning them to blood. But as the whole world watches, they will be assassinated and left on the streets. That's terrible. As dead, suddenly they will be resurrected and ascend to heaven. Yet, even though the world will witness the resurrection, there will be those who remain hardened. And yep, you got those out there that just don't freaking believe, man. That no matter what you tell them, what they should, like God, Him herself will come down and be like, yeah, you're an illusion. You're just part of the matrix. You're just a hologram. I can see it now, and that's sad for them. Whatever, but you know, remember the first one that comes through is the Antichrist. So just. And he will come down like God. And who was that? I feel it's Enlil. You know, that's just my take on things, because Enlil wants you to worship him like God. There's no one other than Enlil. Enlil is it, according to Enlil. He is all, the be all and end all. And how dare you challenge him? And he will come across like the divine and be able to do things like the divine. And, or, you know, something like Enlil, but I get shown like Enlil. So, you know, you use your own discernment. John keeps coming up. Remember, Big John. And this is the condemnation, that the light has come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. That's Holly weird and stuff like that, and things that you don't even know exist. So I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to, of course, I was going to cover the horses. Like, I woke up to that. Mab sent me a message about the horses. And reading all this, like, and I'm not into organized religion by any means. But I know that this isn't organized religion, because all those churches, that's why, what was it, back in 2019 when Notre Dame got struck, man, if you don't understand God is real, that was a moment, from how I understand it. You know, you don't need a temple of, and those are energy temples. You are in Set's world. You are in Morning Star's world. Lucifer, whoever, you know, pick a feature, Satan, Lucifer, pick a name, any name, you're in that world. And everything worships that being. Everything. Except for those who have, I feel, a true soul that know different and know better. And I'm not saying you can't gain knowledge. You know, we gain knowledge through everything. And I'm not here to push my belief or anything on anybody. It's just, I don't feel that divine is like, you didn't go to church on Sunday, so you're gonna go to hell, you know? Like, I just never. And what they talk about in church is very controlling, and I don't know, when you're a little kid and you haven't been tainted by this place yet, and you know that they're not talking about the real divine God, and you have the courage to stand up like I did, and you're like, you're not talking about God, you know, that it's, Creator's not like that. You come from love. You really do. You come from so much unconditional love. And this is all this has to happen. And it does. And this is just all these signs. This is interesting. So no, there's no coincidences about the horses at all. And many here for this time to expose the darkness. And many of you are going to be able to do things that you'll remember. And you will remember, or not, you know. Revelation 6:8. Do you want me to look that up? Is that what you're saying? Hey, Gate, I see you. I think you're the only dude in here. How do you feel? Surrounded by a bunch of women. Pretty special, huh? 6, 8. Okay. Did I just read that? I don't like really King James version, but we got all kinds of versions here. The 4th seal. When the Lamb opened the 4th seal and heard the voice, then I looked and saw the pale green horse. Its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed. Okay, because we all know Apollo's here, right? You know that, right? Apollo's temple's right over Hades, and Apollo is here. The green horse, the rider's name is Death, and the Hades follow close behind. I keep getting Chicago. Okay, and they were given authority over the fourth of the earth to kill by sword. Now, what is a sword nowadays? Is it a literal sword, or you can think of other things that would represent a sword that I don't need to tell you? And by famine, a plague, and the beasts of the earth. Well, we watch them on TV all the time. There's more too, clearly, but I'm just kind of being a smart mouth. And when the Lamb opened the fifth seal, I saw into the altar of the souls. I already read that. Had been slain. Like, that's just like, why? Why? Like, why? 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 Why, God? Why does this have to happen? Why is this going on? Why is this allowed? Why? Neither do I. I'm with you. I look at it, I'm not gonna lie. Clearly, I have one. I have a Bible. I have a couple different ones. It's ancient knowledge, but it's also altered knowledge. Isaiah. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord God will wipe away tears from all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall take away from all of the earth, and the Lord hath it spoken. I will ransom them from the power of the grave, and I will redeem them from the death. O death, I will by thy plagues be the destruction, and repentance shall be hid from mine eyes. And then this goes on, the angels, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year to slay the third part of men. Interesting. And his tail drew the third part of the stars in the heaven and did cast them down to earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered for to devour her child. So that's really like disgusting. Like, this is all like sacrificial, very sacrificial. And I'm sorry, I don't believe the divine is not really. I know it isn't about sacrificing. Okay, so I will also send you wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of you. Wow, this is like horrible. Like, what? That isn't the divine. I'm going to tell you right now. No. The divine would never send something in to rob you of your children and things like that. No. Freaking no. No. Wrong God. The divine is here to clean out the crap. I'm just reading this. Thous, how the Lord such as are, for death to death. Do you really think a loving God would want us to be in famine and diseased and things like that? I mean, it's not really complicated I don't think it's complicated to figure out. That's a program. That's a program to keep you submission, fear, and also that's Lucifer, or honestly the Dracos. Let's just call them what they are. The fallen Anunnaki and the Dracos. That's who we're talking about here. That's what this stuff is. So you're talking half of it's them, and then you're talking about the divine, because the divine, no, no. So this has to go the way it's gonna go. It's out of balance. It's way out of balance here. Like, things have been overstepped. Lines have been overstepped, overcrossed. Too much is like, literally, we're imbalanced. The whole place is imbalanced. We've tilted, legit. The moon is rolling. Like, these are the signs, and we have to have the balance of the higher realms, the councils, and there are councils too, not just the divine God. There are high councils of light as well that do come in to help clean, and of course Yeshua to clean all this out. So this should be interesting, but like, no, I don't believe for a second that a divine, unconditional, loving God would want to put upon war, famine, and plagues on us. No. Yeah, it is. It's dark. It's dark. I think it's too dark. It's too heavy. It's just like I don't know. Like I said, I've died. I have died. Not near death experience. I have died, and I've gone to heaven. And to come back to listen to this is like these are all these gods that are in lower G's in power and control. Eh, You're more than the story here. Let's put it that way. And it is. There's, do you really think Christ would be like, yeah, come in the church, man, and come drink some blood and have some of my flesh? Like, no, that's gross. So no, I don't think that's how it is at all. And I think a lot of churches are really dark, and I do. It doesn't, and I love God. It has nothing to do with religious at all. Like I love the divine. I just see. I just really see. And we're not even in the original vibration anymore. Again, that's why all the bells are gone. The real bells get rid of evil. The really huge, like that's why they were on the lands. And when the bells rang, you knew something was coming. Like that's why the bells were ringing. And now you have, hit play. Just push play, baby, and make those bells ring. Not the same frequency to eliminate the darkness here. So that causes I don't know, a tilt. I don't know. I don't even understand the concept of a lot of this. I'm not going to act like I do because I really don't. I think it's super messed up. I think the things that go on in this world are super messed up. And it's not about, and those who really just keep your side of the street clean and you do the next right thing, like you're more in your divine will. And that's, overcoming the flesh. And some people just can't overcome the flesh, man. They're all about the flesh and they're doing like really, so many don't even have a soul. So, my thoughts and I don't really want to get into it because I don't know. I don't feel like, you know what? No, I think that a lot of the scripture is heavy and dark, and it feels very satanic. To really be honest with you, it feels very satanic. I'm more guided toward galactic stuff for me. That makes more sense to me. The Book of Enoch makes more sense to me. The Emerald Tablets make more sense to me. The Sumerian tablets make more sense to me because that's what the Bible is based off of, is the Sumerian tablets. So I pull from all different areas. I can't. It just feel it's like, who would ever want like that? It's a suppression. It's a complete suppression to this God here wants you to submit. Wants you to submit and be fearful. That's not divinity. It's not divinity. But prayer is powerful. Prayer is very powerful, and your faith with your soul and your divinity is just as powerful too. We're not supposed to be part of this. From how I understand it, we're not supposed to get all caught up and involved in these templates. Okay? You take what you need for real, for knowledge, leave the rest. It's like, again, being in the center. You want to stay in the light. You don't want to get caught in the storm. All right? You got to go with what vibrates with your soul. Period. End of story. It's, you don't have to be indoctrinated here. I don't believe that for a second. You're supposed to be indoctrinated here. I mean, you go to people speak in tongue and crap like that. Like, I don't know, man. That doesn't seem too light to me unless I'm misunderstanding that. That's like tongue. Speaking in tongue. Ew, so. Thank you, Jody. I wasn't even looking at the... Yeah. The 911, yeah. I'm reading what you're saying. I wasn't even looking at I was just kind of going off like in my brain. I know, I do. I think so too. But we all know that was a sign today, and I don't like. I just keep hearing my mom. And I, we're not supposed. We don't fear the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. We're not here to fear what they fear, for they're the ones that are doing some, what is done in the dark will come to light, and it will. So I don't know. That's all I really want to come on and talk about was the horses, because that's a sign. You know, the signs are just more profound and more profound and more profound. I'm not trying to make it heavy by any means at all. I just pay attention. And it's that really, I just pay attention. Hey, Justin from West Virginia. I don't know if Gator's still in here. Hope you have a good day, Gator. Hello from India. Illuminated Spirit, how are you? I've been hearing. Have you? The fig tree, that's interesting. Right. I'm reading what you're saying, Anita. Oh, I would love to see the fire serpent. I got shown we can do some pretty cool things. So when I was reading that, that's why I was like, oh my God. I was blown away what I was reading. Like, yeah. I think back to that. I think it's very confusing. But it's also like, there's messages in there for us too. And there is. But King James was not a good dude. You know, if you're gonna, I think honestly, if you read it, but you got to go back to the old stuff. But in the Old Testament, it's actually Enlil. In the New Testament, I'm gonna go with probably it's Enki. I don't know, but the Old Testament's all about Enlil, absolutely all about Enlil. And then it's to confuse you, you know, because how many lords and gods? You know, there's a lot of lords and a lot of gods and stuff like that, and it was a different time, and Enlil was very controlling. Enlil hated humanity. We didn't obey him, and they gave us the divine spark. So they made us actually. That's why they shortened our lifespan as well. They did shorten our lifespan because if we were to live a very long time, we would figure it out and we would overthrow them. So, you know, and I feel like that will make sense to some of you when I say that, because we have the divine spark in us, you know, so. Hey, Uncle Skin. Yeah, I will check. I'm sorry, I haven't been over to, it's not, I just haven't been on, honestly, much at all. I've had other things going on, so, I will check out your stuff, Anita. I apologize for not checking it out sooner. Because you're always on here giving me support, and I thank you for that. All of you who come on here, I appreciate you very much. I really do. Uncle Skin, hey now. Who is that band? Don't think it's over. Don't dream it's over. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Coming on talking about the horses in London. There are no coincidences whatsoever. You guys have a beautiful rest of your night.